Hello, everybody. I totally forgot. I set everything up and then went downstairs to finish getting ready and totally forgot to do the live streams from Zoom. So it took me a few more minutes, but I'm live. And hopefully you can see me. I am, okay, looking. I want to be able to see. I've got to adjust the size of this because I want to see the people who are coming in to chat. Now, I have to tell you, if you're coming in to watch, that's fine, but at least say hello. By saying hello, it helps me out. And it just kind of lets me know somebody else is here. I've done these before with nobody here, and it's not that big of a deal, but we'll see. I would like to have some viewers. If you got a crafty friend, share my video. I would love it. It's a good way for you to support me. In case you're new, my name is Robbie and I'm an independent Stampin' Up. Hey, Danielle, thanks for saying hello. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in New Bern, North Carolina. My whole goal with doing these videos and sharing all my ideas with you is I want to inspire you to love the paper crafting hobby and to play and to have fun. I just love seeing it, seeing your projects. I also want to show you good products, and maybe you'll see something that you like. If you do, feel free to contact your demonstrator and order it. Or if you don't have a demonstrator, contact me. I would love to help you out. And I also want to encourage you to shop your stash. Maybe you don't have what I have, but maybe you have some things that you can use instead. So I'm looking to inspire you to be creative however it happens. Okay? And I'm ready to start. I'm not going to waste a lot of time chit-chatting. I've had people say they don't like the chit-chat and others who do. So I'm going to do a happy medium. Now, if you're watching this on the replay, fast forward a couple of minutes. I usually try to go by 5, but it's a little bit less than that. And I see a couple more people have hopped in. Say hello and let me know that there are others here. But I'm going to go ahead and get started because I have 3 cards for you today. All right, and I want to share them with you. And I have a special twist, and I forgot, darn it. I forgot to bring, I'm using the same sketch for this. I printed it out and left it on my printer downstairs and forgot it. But after you see the first one, you'll see. All right, so give me a minute to pull over my camera and then to change the view. I do it this way so that nobody gets dizzy. And there we go. All right. As last week, I played with the new In Colors. I only have 3 because these are the 3 that appealed to me. And I encourage you to look at them. And if you don't like all the colors, don't order them. There is a wild wheat that I'm not sold on yet. And there's also a copper clay, and I'm not sold on that one yet. So I didn't order those, but I did order Moody Mauve, Boho Blue, and Pebbled Path. Now, if you missed my live last week, you can still see it. It's on my channel. I played with Pebbled Path and gave you some ideas for ways to use it with what you may already have that is current and retired stuff. Today, I'm going to look at Moody Mauve. And I thought I would do, and I did some deep diving again. A lot of these are past colors. And I wanted to show you how they compared. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see it. There's Bravo Burgundy. All right. This is Rich Razzleberry. So I'm kind of showing you how it compares so you get an idea. This one is Ruby Red. I probably should flip these around. It might be better. You can see. You don't see the names. I'll do that. So you can see how they go. Ruby Red. All right. Here's Purely Pomegranate. I wasn't real thrilled with any of these. This one might be, but I didn't have any of that paper, so I didn't pull it. This is rose red. And as you can see, this one has, depending on what you put it with, either a gray background, a gray undertone, or a brown undertone. This one is Lovely Lipstick. And a lot of these now we're getting into colors that don't have a background that goes. Magenta Madness. Rococo Rose. That one's okay, but it's not one of my favorite. Then there's Regal Rose. Now, like I said, some of these go way back, but if you still have some of these, you may see it. Now, this is Blushing Bride, and I think this would go if it was paired with a darker color, and I'll show you a couple of darker colors that it might work with. This one is Powder Pink. It's got a peachy undertone, so I don't think that would work. And this is Pink Pirouette. Again, it's more of a clear color than anything else. So then I went looking at current colors that would go. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And I came across these that you could put with it. There's Mossy Meadow, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon. As you can see, these all have a gray or brown undertone. This one is Daffodil, and even though it's a more true color with no undertones, it will still work. This is Misty Moonlight. That one works. This one is Pear Pizzazz, and it works, and Fresh Fig. Now, of these, I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz and Fresh Fig on a card today. All right, so there's one. I've got to find my one that it goes with. I think it's that one. Crumb Cake and Early Espresso go with it, and I'm using those for a color today. Old Olive and excuse me, Blackberry Bliss would go, and their current colors. And this is the one that I thought, let me find it, Blushing Bride would work with. See, you could put those together and it would work, but you need a darker color, I think, to really accent it. And I'm using these for a color combo today. And then two other colors that if you needed neutrals, River Rock, excuse me, that I don't have, but all I have is cardstock left of it. And I think they're 12 by 12 sheets. And then Soft Suede, which is going to retire at the end of the month. So there's lots of color combinations you can use. For my first color combination, I'm going to use Moody Mauve, Early Espresso, and Crumb Cake. All right. I'm pairing it with the Color and Contour stamp set. Oh, there's a glare, sorry. I'm going to use this one, and then this image fills it in. And I didn't bring up my eraser, so I hope this works. All right. So the first thing I did, I'm going to use the same sketch as I said. So all my neutral is going to be vanilla. I just think that vanilla goes with it. I've done a lot with the white, but I really like the vanilla with it. All right, so there's my card base. My next layer is the Early Espresso, and I took the, what is this? I can't think. Time Worn Type embossing folder, and I embossed it. And it's just a subtle embossing, and I embossed it the wrong way, but that's okay. I'm going to add this to my card base with double-sided tape. I use double-sided tape when I emboss because I want my panel to stick. And when you emboss it, it creates valleys and plateaus. And if you use glue or tape run or anything, the glue falls into the valleys and hardens, so it doesn't really stick to anything. The tape runner may not be sturdy enough to hold it on just the, excuse me, again, I got a frog in my throat, to hold the panel down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add this to my card base. Okay. Would you have put these colors together? I mean, what other unusual color combinations do you like? I love finding different ones to use because it really extends the use of your products. All right. My next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add this on top of here, and I'm going to stamp on this. So I'm going to pull in a scrap paper to give it some interest, and I'm going to stamp it with crumb cake. So I'm using a tone on tone, and I'm just going to stamp the top. I'm not worried about anything else. So I'm just going to do it at an angle and stamp it over there. I love the tone on tone look. It just adds a little interest. All right. So there's that. All right, so then this piece, I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to add to the top of this, and I can use my glue for this. Oops. I've got some hardened glue at the top. Get rid of that. Okay. Right, I'm going to put this down. Now, this has kind of got a bow to it, so I may have to add more on the corners, but I can do that after the video. And I will post information after the video. All right, but this piece is 1.5 by 5 1/4. This piece is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. And this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. All right, this piece goes on here. I'm going to add that with glue. I'm trying something. I've seen demos do this, and I don't know if it's going to stick or not, but they take their glue and they put it on top. I usually, again, use the double-sided tape. So I've added that. So there's the basic card base. Oh, that looks crooked. No, maybe it's me. All right. I have a piece of vanilla, and I'm going to stamp my flowers on here, and I'm going to stamp it with early espresso. All right. And I brought in my scrap paper because I knew it was going to go off. So there's my early espresso one. I'm going to close up this crumb cake. I didn't. Now I'm going to pull in my image here. And I have not ordered the ink pads. I'm waiting to see which colors I like to order ink pads for. All right, now I don't know if this is going to work. We'll find out because I forgot my eraser. And I'm going to take and I'm going to line this up. Now it doesn't match perfectly, so just keep that in mind. And I'm going to stamp this on there like so. That pulls in all the colors we've used. This piece is going to go on a piece of early espresso. And I chose the early espresso to highlight the image. You could very easily use crumb cake or even the Moody Mauve, but I chose the espresso to really set off that image. All right. That's going to go on like this, and I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. So let me grab my dimensionals over here. Here we go. And then all of my cards are going to use this same layout. And I'll show you how you can take one layout, different colors, change the layout slightly, and get some great cards. All right, so let me put that there and that in the middle. I'm going to grab my pokey tool, take my backs off. I love using my pokey tool for this. I hate using my fingernails because paper is hard on them. This piece is going to go on top like so. Now, I am not adding a sentiment to it. I don't typically add sentiments because then I can use my card however I want. So there's card 1. All right. Now we're going to make card 2. This time we are using Old Blackberry Bliss, Old Olive, and I can't find my Moody Mauve, and Moody Mauve. All right, so we're using those 3 colors. I love Moody Mauve and Blackberry Bliss. Great color combo. I am using, for this one, the Nature's Print set and the Nature's Prints dies. I'm specifically using this image, and this image, and the splatter. All right, so first thing I did was I took a panel of the Blackberry Bliss and I embossed it with the Fern embossing folder. All right, I'm going to add that to my card base. And what I'm doing is I'm flipping this layout. I'm going to go, this one is landscape. I'm going to do this one in portrait. This will stay the same, but the card layout is different. So that's a great way. Take a layout that you love and flip it. Flipped it. You could have done it this way and put an image going across. I just chose to use the same panel across and down just to make it easy. So, lots of ways to use sketches, and there's so many out there that you can find. Look on Pinterest, they have them. Find a card that you really like and copy it. This was actually a sketch from a challenge blog that I found that I liked, and I thought, okay, I can use this one. All right, let me get my backing off and add it to my card base. And I have to watch because this is it's an all over design, but I find sometimes when I look at all over designs, there's a definite top and bottom to me. All right. Yeah, see, to me, this is upside down because I've got this big focal image right here going the wrong way. This one's going that way. So I'm going to put it on this way. So all my major images are going the right way. So watch that, because if you put a card together and it looks funny, you may have put your embossed panel or pattern paper upside down. So we've got that. The next thing I did was I took a piece of Old Olive, and it was a scrap that was in my thing. This one, again, 1.5 by 4 on this one. And this one is 1 1/4 by 4. I'm going to pull in my scrap paper. For this one, I'm going to use the splatters, and I'm going to use my Moody Mauve pen, and I'm going to put splatters all over this. So again, I'm using some interest in the background. Splatters are fun to use, and I do turn my paper so my splatters don't look the same. They go in different directions. All right, so I've got that. All right, there we go. So there's my paper. I can move this out of the way. And I'm going to put the two of these together and then add it to my card base. And so be looking to tell me which card is your favorite. Now, these are the same length. Might be a little long. Right. And I can trim it if I need to. And then I'm going to put this on with the glue. Again, I'm trying to see. I know that people do this all the time and it works. I just haven't had success. Now I'm going to pull this down some because I don't want it too close to the top. I want it to kind of be able to see some of it. So there's that. Now, for my panel, I am using this image and this image. So I'm going to stamp my fern, which is this one, in Old Olive. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to off stamp it, get it inked up, and then stamp it on my paper. I want it subtle. I don't want it in your face, so to speak. Let me move this. Then I'm going to take this one, which I think is wheat. I'm not positive. And I'm going to stamp this with the blackberry. And this is a very dark color. So I will probably off stamp it 2 times. Yeah, see? So if you want a great way to get some interest on your card, I'm going to add just some on the sides, or different shades, is to do some generation stamping. This one is first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. I probably could go further. Let's see, 6th, 7. So look at 7 times and all the different shades of that color that you got. So that's a great way to use your inks and get shades that you want. All right, this is going to go on here. I'm again going to use my glue. And I didn't put my pen back in here, so let me do it, make sure I do it this time so that it doesn't harden up on me. And I'm going to make sure it's straight, put that down, and I'm going to put it on with dimensionals also. I'm a big dimensional girl. I love popping things up. Sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, I don't, because I don't want it too thick. I don't need to cut any just yet. I don't want it too thick because then I have to pay extra postage at the post office. So if you have, and I'll give you a little tip here, if you have a paper trimmer with an arm, and I'll pull mine out in just a minute to show you. All right, there's that. Let me get rid of these. I will show you that tip in a minute. I want to get this on my card and finish this one. Those are all off. All right, so this is going to go on my card like so. So as you can see, same layout. Now, I took the flower that was in there and I stamped it using the Moody Mauve, and I'm going to add this to my card base and pop it up. This would be a good one to show you what I mean with the trimmer. I'm just going to pop that up in the middle like so. Now, if you have gems. You can easily add gems. I'm not worried about that. If you are, just take a little bit of glue and put it underneath because it's so tiny that there's just no way you could do it. If you have ribbon, I have Moody Mauve ribbon. Let me see. Let's see what it would look like if I add some ribbon. This is the ribbon, and I'm just going to go underneath. And by putting my dimensionals where I did, I can do this. All right, let's see what happens if I tie a knot. All right, now to get your knot to go the right way, I tie it north to south, pull it north to south, take the north one, pull it down and over, and then flip the south one through the hole and pull it east to west. There we go. And I have my, well, and I don't see my ribbon. There they are. They were hiding. So I've added a ribbon for some interest on this one. And this ribbon is really nice. It's easy to tie. I really don't like ribbon that's hard to tie, but this isn't. So there's card 2, same layout, just a, this one is landscape, this one is portrait. I'm gonna move this one over here because I need some room to work in. And now we're gonna do the 3rd card. And for this one, I used 2 retired colors, and one is from way back, Moody Mauve, Fresh Fig, and Pear Pizzazz. So I love this color combination. This green isn't, I don't know, it's not a pure color is what I want to say. Pure means that like there's nothing else added. This has something added to it to get that color. Just like Fresh Fig, these 2 are very easily a great combination. And I will tell you, for this one, I am using the Fresh Fig to stamp with. So you can find colors that you have. Since I don't have the Moody Mauve pad, I can use the Fresh Fig to stamp with it. All right, so I'm going to, again, do my card base. This one is going to go back to a landscape version. So it's going to go this way. I'm not doing anything to the background. Oh, I've got blue on my fingers. Where did I get the blue? Good thing that's hidden. This is going to go down flat with no embossing or anything. I'm trying to show you different ideas. So you can make the same card, but using different products, it looks entirely different. All right. Maybe that was on there because I don't have blue on my fingers. Not that I saw. I haven't even touched anything blue. All right, now there's that one. This piece is going to go on top, and I don't think I did anything. No, I didn't, because I'm going to tie ribbon around this. So I'm not going to put this down just yet. This one I tied ribbon around the image. This one I'm going to tie the ribbon around the panel. I had some Fresh Fig ribbon, and I thought, I'll use it. So check your stash, see what you have that you can use with the new In Colors. I have one more color to do next week. I will be doing boho blue, which is a gorgeous blue. All right, so there's that one. Now, for this one, I changed the size of my panel. Pull in my paper again. And the reason I changed the size is I wanted to use the Petal Park stamp set. This is a great stamp set. It's carrying over right now. It's a bundle. In the new catalog, it won't be a bundle. So I'm going to pull this in using my Pear Pizzazz, and you'll find out why I waited to. All right, now I don't have my, I need to pull that eraser up here. Ooh, I have this one. Let's see if it'll work. This is a new stamp, and photopolymer stamps that are new that you haven't used, you need to kind of condition them. And usually you have to go over it. I have an eraser I found that works good. I don't know if this one's going to work. We'll find out. All right, so I'm going to ink up my leaves. All right, I need to re-ink my pads, but I need to do it when I'm not doing videos because once you re-ink them, they're really juicy. All right, I think I'm going to put it on this way. So I'm going to put it like so. And I'm going to stamp it and hold it a few seconds so that the ink can transfer from your stamp to the paper. That's how you get a nice, crisp image. That didn't seem to do too bad. The next thing I'm going to do is I haven't played with this one. I think I'm going to do the outline first. I don't know if the outline is the better way to go first. I may play with it. Let me do both of these. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we'll find out if it works or not. All right, let me see. Now I'm doing this in Fresh Fig for the outline. All right, my pad is not that great. It's got stuff growing on it. Let me see now. Okay, I think it would be better if I did this first, because then I can line it up. Now see how you get all this on here? You have to be careful because that will transfer to your paper and it won't dry. So you got to be careful. I'm going to use this corner down here that there's not many in it. And I'm not certain how this goes on. Oh, I think it goes this way. That's the way I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to stamp this, give it a few seconds to transfer. All right, like so. And then I'm going to come in with my marker and I'm going to color the inside. Photopolymer doesn't like to take, this seems, that eraser worked, so I'm glad to know. Photopolymer is very picky about taking on marker. So that's why I did it that way. All right, now I'm going to line this up. And this, see this stamp here? It has that funky top. Let me show you. See, it has that funky top. I'm going to find that funky top here and match it up. Now I'm huffing on it because we chatted a bit and I don't know if it dried out. So what you want to do is you want to line up each image and then you stamp it. Okay, so then you get lots of interest in detail there. This one, I think I'm going to add some of the gems that match. This is I'll put those on last because if I don't, this is going to be a problem. I want to make sure that this is dry. So I'm going to put some glue on this. Okay. All right, let me see. Okay, this one goes on like so. All right. And then this will tell me where to wrap my ribbon around. So I have to keep it on this end. So I'm going to add some ribbon down here. And again, I'm just going to tie a knot because I want a simple knot. This is retired ribbon. But, you know, we all have stash. And if you notice, the direction I'm pulling my ribbon is the way the tails are going to lay. So hope that tip is helpful for you. I try to think about which way I want my ribbon to lay before I pull it. All right, now I am going to put this on with tear double-sided tape. And the reason being is, everything's falling down on me. That ribbon may cause the glue or whatever else you have not to grab hold real well. So by taking and using the double-sided tape, you're ensuring, one, the ribbon is going to stay where it is, and I can see it's crooked, so I'm going to straighten it out. And two, it will stay attached to your card. All right, we are almost done, ladies. And I would love to know in the comments, if you will let me know which card is your color combo, I should say, is because that's what it is your favorite, card 1, card 2, or card 3. All right, so I've got this. I'm going to put it on there. This I'm going to put on with dimensionals because this knot is thick, and I forgot to show you that tip. I will do that after this. In fact, I'll pull out my trimmer so I don't forget. If I can find, there it is. I was going to say it's hiding under my catalog. I'm going to pull out my trimmer, set it up here so I don't forget. And I'll show you a good tip to know if what you created needs an extra stamp or not. Okay. Oops, there's that one. Sometimes the backs come off and sometimes they don't. I'm going to put quite a few dimensionals on this because I want to make sure it stays. All right. Don't forget, tell me which one is your favorite color combo. I need one more. I know you can't see the last one, but just a moment and I'll show you. All I have to do is get my dimensionals off, the backs off, and put it on my card, and then you can see. That one's off. This one's not. And I got two more, this one and this one. And as you see, I use 3 different stamp sets. And because I've used 3 different stamp sets, I get an entirely different look. Now I'm going to pull this one down just slightly. All right. I'm going to pull in my gems, but now you can see the 3 color combos. And so I will switch them around in just a minute. This one is 1, 2, and 3. So which one is your favorite color combo? And I'm going to pull in my take your pick tool. I can't remember if this one works or not on here. No, it's the type of plastic. This has that hard plastic. So what you have to do is you have to kind of bend it. And I get my pokey tool underneath. There's that one. This is perfect. These 3 images. All right, I can't get it underneath of that. Oh, that one came off on me. You have to be careful because there is a background on these. And if when you push it, the background doesn't come. There we go. You leave the background and the dot on your card, this plastic piece, and you don't, it's no good for you. All right, so card 1, 2, and 3, and I have them in order, 1, 2, and 3. Which color combo is your favorite? Give me a message. Just type the number in the chat box. Now, I did find out that there's a way, if you don't see the chat box, to get it so that you can see it, and I'll have to figure out how that is. If you can't do the chat box, when I'm finished, leave me a comment. Tell me which one, number 1, 2, or 3, is your favorite. And don't forget, share with your crafty friends. Now, this one this is my trimmer. All you have to have is a trimmer that has a channel in it. And I've used this for years and it works. If you take your card and you put it through the channel and it goes through easily, one stamp. This one I'm going to try, and it's not going, well, it starts, but the bow or the knot changes it. It won't go through. So if you're going to use ribbon and you don't want to pay extra, just put a strip across. So that would need another like 20 cents. And then this one is probably going to be the same thing because of the bow. Yeah, see, it's not going to go. So use your trimmer to know if you need an extra stamp or not. All right, so there are my cards using Moody, no, that's not it, Moody Mauve. And I hope I've given you some ideas for you to look at color combos. Maybe you don't have these colors. Maybe you don't want to buy Moody Mauve. Find a color that's close and then start playing. I will tell you the best thing you can do, and I have big pieces so you can see them, but if you take like a 2x2 square and make samples, you can play with your colors and move them around. And that's a good tip to find, because that's what I did. I put this one down and I started playing and pulling pieces to see which would go. I found all that would go with it, and then I put two together and said, okay, good color combo. So hope those tips have helped you. All right, let me go back to my face. And there we go. I'm going to move this out of my face. I appreciate everybody coming in, and Danielle, I appreciate you saying hello and letting me know I was live, even though it said I was live. Sometimes you can't tell. But make sure you share with a friend, like it, subscribe to my channel. I'd love it. I'm working on getting 500 subscribers. And then in the comment section below, leave me a comment, 1, 2, or 3, which color combo. This one was Moody Mauve, Crumb Cake, and Early Espresso, card 1. Card 2 was, what was it? It was Old Olive, I have to look, Old Olive, Blackberry Bliss, and Moody Mauve. And card 3 was Moody Mauve, Pear Pizzazz, and Fresh Fig. Oh, wait a minute, this is the one. This is 3. Moody Mauve, Fresh, Pear Pizzazz, and Fresh Fig, I think. Yes. All right. Okay, guys, I will be back next Wednesday at noon with another Fabulous Friday idea. And this time I am playing with Boho Blue, this gorgeous blue color that's new. So make sure you join me to see some color combos for this one. Have a great day, guys. Bye.